By the end of this video, you'll learn a secret or two for making stunning ice candles. These beautiful candles are easy and beginner friendly, and best of all, you'll get to see your ice candles in just an hour or two. Okay, let's get started. I'll show you the supplies you'll need, and then I'll put a list of supplies up for you to refer to. First, we need wax to make the ice candles. And this is some it's not ice, it's wax that I've chopped up. It makes it a lot easier to melt. It goes a lot quicker. Then we'll need a double boiler. I'm using a pan and a tin can, and I've already melted some wax. Then we need wicks, and I'm using taper candles. I cut them down so that they'll fit inside the molds easily. My molds are cardboard cartons, egg whites, half and half, and a little coffee cup. So we've got those, and you can also use regular wicking, but I found that for the ice candles, these taper candles with the wicks already in them work really well. You need a knife to chop up the wax and a cutting board. I use this little disposable spoon to stir the wax. You don't want to use one of your good spoons. You can get the wax off, but it's a little tricky. You'll need some coloring if you want your ice candle to be different than just white. I have some pigment here and some crayons. Either one would work great. You need ice that's not large ice cubes. You want pieces that are smaller than a regular ice cube, but not little shards. So these are really good. These are good sizes. So we're going to get started actually making the ice candles now. If you prepare some of your items ahead of time, your ice candles will come together quickly. Prepare your wax by placing a cutting board on the countertop and slice the wax into small strips. It will fall apart if you slice it thin enough and make it easy to melt. Then prepare your molds. Use the waxed cartons by making sure they're clean and then cutting off the top. Cut it to the size that you want your candle to be. Place ice cubes in a plastic bag. Wrap the bag in another towel. And I just work on the floor because it's nice and firm. I'm not going to hurt anything. And pound the ice cubes through the towel. You just don't want the ice to go flying, and hammer it until some of the pieces are smaller. The plate shows an ice cube, then some smaller pieces, which is what you want, and then some that are very small, and those are too small. Okay, are you ready for the next step? We are going to add some of this red pigment to the melted wax, and then I'll stir it up. And I'm just going to drop some in, and I just put in a couple squirts. Now I'm going to stir it up. And I wanted to mention that for this project, for ice candles, please use paraffin wax. Soy wax does not work well. It is soft and it doesn't hold the shape. The water, it also absorbs some water, so it just does not work. Go ahead and use regular paraffin wax. Okay, and I wanted to caution, when you're working with wax, this is a project that children can help with, but it's a good idea to have an adult supervise this at all times because the wax is very hot. It's a good idea to use low heat. You put water in your pan, at least an inch or two. Then you put wax in the tin can. Another tip is to use a piece of aluminum foil. I've folded it over, and I'm going to use it to help me grab the tin can because the wax is very hot. So we're going to pour about an inch of wax, and be sure to protect your surface because I have 2 towels. It's 3 layers actually. 1 towel is doubled over because the hot wax will soak through, and it's just a kind of a pain to clean up. So we have some wax, or I'm sorry, yes, melted wax in here. Now I'm going to secure our taper candle in, and we're going to let that set up just a little bit. I'm going to add a little bit more pigment and stir that up. And when you're using hot wax, don't stir really big or make any sudden movements. It's very hot and it would make a big mess if you spilled it. So just take your time and use caution. Okay, what we're going to need to do next, when this about inch, I'd say it's maybe half an inch of wax has set up a little bit, we're going to add our ice, but we need to let that set up. So we'll come back when that's ready. All right, now we're going to add the ice. The wax on the bottom of this mold has firmed up, and it gives you a good base. That is one of the secrets of making a great ice candle. It will keep the candle sturdy. So I'm going to add this ice, and you just drop it in. You don't have to pack it in, just let it fall where it goes. And it makes a wonderful lacy look. So just keep covering it until you get to, that one's kind of large. I'm going to take it out and use a smaller one. And I don't want to add ice all the way. I just want to do it about there, maybe a few more pieces. And I'm going to put the rest of the ice back in the freezer. Okay, I'm going to set this inside a bowl in case it leaks, because the wax is liquid right now. And once the hot wax hits the ice, it's going to start melting that ice, and it turns into water. So here we go. We're going to pour the wax and just keep pouring. Don't stop. Leave some of the wick out. That's about perfect right there. So the wick will be ready to be lit. And now the cold ice is going to cool down that hot wax, and we're just going to wait. This takes maybe an hour. Sometimes it's quicker. This is a small mold, so it may go quicker. We will see how it goes. So those are the 3 secrets. Using paraffin wax, pouring a layer about half an inch to an inch in the bottom of your mold of wax. It creates a base, and then using crushed ice of a medium size, not too big, not too small. And the moment we've all been waiting for, the big reveal. If your ice candle is cool to the touch on the outside, it's ready. You can begin peeling away the carton. Start at the top and just hold over a bowl or do this over the sink. And if you are working over the sink, be sure to put a stopper in the drain so that any little chips of wax don't go down the drain. So there's going to be water. The ice has melted, and just start peeling away the carton. See there's the water coming out. Just keep peeling away. And be careful, don't push in on the sides of the candle. Just be gentle with it, and you can probably lift it out at this point. And there is our ice candle. The taper candle is a little taller than the top of the candle, but that's okay. Once you light it, it's going to burn down pretty quickly within probably 5 or 10 minutes, and no one will ever know the difference. But check out all those intricate little lacy designs. And there's the bottom. And that base that we poured first gives the candle a strong foundation. A few tips for burning this special type of candle. Always be sure to put it in a dish like this with raised sides. There will be wax drips, that's for sure. And if the bottom of your candle is a little wobbly, you could add something inside the bowl, like rice or split peas, coffee beans, just to kind of help level it out. And there may still be pockets of water inside the candle as it burns, because there are little nooks and crannies all over. So it's a good idea to have something to catch that water. These stunning ice candles make wonderful gifts, or keep them for yourself and add a touch of elegance to your space. And if you liked this video, please give me a like and subscribe if you haven't already. And check out the snowman and Christmas tree button ornament video shown here on the screen. Thanks, and I'll see you next time. Bye.